Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, the drama has not died down since the fight. So allegedly, here we are with Turkey again. He's going to fork out the money for fight number 2 between these guys. However, they both have, and I don't want to call these fights tune-up fights because these are good fights, but they both have preliminary fights that they have to get through in order to fight each other. Allegedly, Devin Haney is going to fight Jose Ramirez, and Ryan Garcia is going to fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I can see both of those being difficult fights, but I'm going to put it on the table to you and let you tell me which fight is more difficult and which fighter has more of a chance of losing and not making it to part 2.
Originally I would say Pitbull upsetting Ryan Garcia, right? But I don't know what type of mental toll or the affliction of that loss that Devin Haney sustained in that last fight, how much of an impact that's going to have on him going into this next fight. So with that being said, I'll probably say it's more on Devin Haney's side, and I feel like with Pitbull Cruz, he's going to come and do Pitbull Cruz, whether he wins or loses, he's going to come in. He's going to come to fight. He's not going to be afflicted by all this mental warfare. He's going to come to fight. You know what I mean? He's a true Mexican warrior. He don't care about all of, man, you send me the contract and I'm going to fight. And I think he's going to be game. I do think, Ryan Garcia is probably just going to, I think he seems more focused. It seems like he's a bit more grounded ever since, issues with his mom. Allegedly said he stopped drinking, so he's not, so he seems, based off the interviews I've seen, he seems to be he seems to look like how he looked when he was building up towards that Gervonta Tank Davis fight. So I think he's going to train. And I think, that left hook, regardless, I think Ryan Garcia is still skilled enough to beat Pitbull Cruz, honestly. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for Devin Haney losing his last fight, I would have probably leaned towards Garcia Pitbull. But, based off of the mental, because I'm getting beat that bad, suing Ryan Garcia, and then, the negative backlash on social media, that can do some things to you. You know what I mean? So let's see if he can turn that into, a great moment, or he falls under pressure, crumbles under pressure. So we'll see. But I'll say Devin Haney for sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of extracurricular on Devin Haney's side, as you alluded to, right? And I just don't know how focused he is, because it seems like he's focused on bringing Ryan down, not only in the ring, but like legally, like, what I'm saying, like on paper, record, or something like that. So how much of his focus is in this Jose Ramirez fight? And I do think Jose Ramirez is on the decline, but some things don't change. Aggressive fighter, he's going to come after you, has some power, can make Devin Haney uncomfortable. He's also not a small guy, right? So Devin Haney's going to be in there with a guy of notable size who's going to come after you and be super aggressive. And your comeback fight after taking that much punishment, like usually, like I think the Sandor Martin fight would have been a good fight, right? Because that's a guy who, he's a counter puncher. He wants to stand there and box, but a guy like Jose who's going to come after you, and not saying Devin can't beat Jose, but he's going to be in Devin's face. That's a little bit of a tough fight, but maybe mentally Devin needs to get there. But to answer my own question, I have to agree with you. I think Devin's going to have the tougher fight. I think Pitbull Cruz, solid fighter, good fighter, but he's going to come after you. He's going to open up, and that left hook's going to be very fast, and it's going to tap his chin. Don't know if it's going to knock him out. I'm not even saying he's guaranteed to lose this fight. I'm just saying there's like, that fight is going to go how it's going to go, because Pitbull's not going to adjust. He's not going to change anything. It all depends on when that left hook lands, what it does to Pitbull. Yeah, who's been shown to have a sound chin. But I just think there's so many variables in the Devin fight that I think the mental hurdles that he has to overcome, I think for him, he's going to have the tougher path to Garcia Haney too, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Same here. And it's crazy because, I feel like Ryan Garcia, his style, he's not going to change much, right? He's not too defensive. So I could see him even getting clipped by one of those overhand rights from Pitbull Cruz, but he's still a great talent. You know what I mean? Just, being able to, I just feel like he's still decent. And I ain't gonna lie. Yes, he got caught with PDs in the system, but bro, even with that, I still wouldn't even expect what he did to Devin Haney. I did not even expect that. So, which says a lot. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. All right, but I mean, if you had to, if you were a betting man and you had to put money on it, do you bet that they both come out successful and we do get Garcia Haney round two, or are you really sensing an upset here?
Now I'll put my money that they both win their bouts. You know what I mean? Now it's not one of those like 80-20 on both sides, right? It's not like by a landslide on either side, but I would say by a comfortable margin. I think they both get through. But if I had to choose one upset between the two, I think it's going to be Ramirez Haney way, but
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
yeah. Now I'll say this: Ryan doesn't fight anything like Rayo, but could he do the things that Rayo does? Yes, he could use his length, keep Pitbull at bay, and when Pitbull's getting overly aggressive, he could, counter, get out of range. If Ryan uses the length to keep Pitbull at bay and Pitbull gets overly aggressive, starts leaping in, what's going to happen? He's going to get hit with that hook. So I can see him doing some things. And like I said, granted, they don't fight the same, but he could do some things that Rayo did to really frustrate Pitbull Cruz. I just have to see how Devin is going to deal with the pressure when Ramirez really comes after him, really starts trying to, hit him with something to really hurt him. I just want to see how Devin Haney reacts to that. But
yeah. Also, I got a question too. What weight class is Ryan Garcia fighting Pitbull at? Because Ryan was claiming that he couldn't make 140 anymore.
Super lightweight. They're gonna fight at 140.
Oh, so Ryan lied then. Obviously.
I mean, it's yet to be seen if he makes weight, but I do think there was a bit BS to that. I do think he can make 140.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is a guy who said, yeah, he's on the record of never making 140, but when he said it was too tough for him to make 136, the catch weight against Tank, he made it.
That's 1 pound. Yeah, exactly.
I do think, if he's mentally focused, taking it seriously, not BSing around, I think he can make 140, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, but it is scheduled to be at 140. So, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I think you're right. He seems a bit toned down, a bit, like just not as turned up, so there might be an extra level of focus there, which could be bad for Pitbull Cruz, man. Even though like Pitbull's a warrior, bro. He's coming to fight. And like you said, Ryan could get hit with something that can really change the trajectory of this fight. But I think we're going to get Garcia Haney too. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to reserve my prediction, but I do think it's going to be a bit different from the first bout. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'll say, and one thing I would hope is Devin Haney is really motivated this time around, and he's really, and I would say the only thing that could probably hold his mental together is him being religious. That can be something that you can hold on to during dark times, and that could be a powerful thing. But we'll wait and see. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm not going to dive into religion, but the one thing I'm going to say is religion can't make you keep that hand up high.